What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Make sure the audio is right. Yes, headset. Okay. I just want to do this video quickly because Texas don't play. We'll pull your card. Now, you saw the screenshot of the mom and the son on the drug ring, on the luxury car ring. Now, I'm gonna bring that up to you, but first, I want to go something that's happening in Austin that people are very scared of. Now, I'm gonna just put it to you this way. There are parts of Texas that are like the old little town. And this is anywhere. Like, I'm just going to be very clear. This is just anywhere. I know people are acting like, Texas is the wild, wild west, but this is anywhere. Anywhere you go and start a business and try to get into an environment. When I sit here on this channel and tell y'all, you need to be going to Chamber of Commerce events, you need to be networking with who owns what in town. A lot of people brush it off like, oh, whatever, Erica, it doesn't matter. I just need to get my money and make my business, and that's all that matters. I'm doing some business in Georgetown, Texas, and a couple other places in that region. There is a man who wanted to start a video kind of 24-hour gaming kind of place, and he was Asian. I'm gonna just go there. And the ideal, when I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, those are popular. Like online gaming, some gambling on the online locations and whatnot. Well, somebody on the city council was like, no, nah, we ain't having that in town. So old boy done threw money into this location, been paying for this location, and just got shut down. Like, got straight shut down. And people go, well, Erica, he ought to sue, he ought to do this. Let me be very clear with you. Very, very clear. If you do not, it depends on how fast you want to go, right? Let's just go there. If you have a run of the mill convenience store, you don't care, maybe ask Nick Taylor, you got a run of the mill little spot, it's very generic, no problem. But when you want to start trying to grow in some of these tiny towns or towns bordering a big city, you need to know people. You need to network. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. Now, Austin is a city now. It's a big old city, but people claim it's like a small town, that's pretending to be a city. And this isn't one of the examples I want to give y'all tonight. Somebody said Aberdeen, Maryland. I see you. Hello, welcome to the channel. Listen, if you're gonna be in Atlanta or Washington, D.C., and I don't see you next week, I don't want to hear nothing from you. If you ain't bought a ticket to be at the conference, I don't want to hear nothing from you about Atlanta ever again or Washington, D.C. ever again. I want to hear it. Now, Texas, our governor said, hey, we ain't doing no masks. Now, if you know about Florida governor's like, no masks, let's get buck wild, go to schools, do whatever. Well, Texas, governors is like, yeah, we on that too. Well, in Austin, if you don't know, we have a lot of people who are from California and other states, and they've come into Austin and they open businesses because that's what they do when they bring their money. And they're like, we're going to wear masks. We're going to be super liberal. And so today, it's been all in the news that Texas warns Austin restaurants that their liquor licenses could be revoked if they start requiring proof of COVID-19 vaccines. I know this video will probably get flagged. I'm not worried about it, but I'm just going to go there. I'm glad. Bring out some of that little small town, big boot, big cowboy hat, big D energy. I'm looking for it. You know why? Because, see, people come from somewhere else and think they go come run something. It don't matter about the money. It matters about who you know. And here's a prime example where somebody from California, a couple bar owners from other cities and other states were like, we're going to enforce it, even though our state says don't do it. Guess what, baby? You about to have a surprise. You ain't going to have no business. Your business will be closed. You'll be closed. So now my common sense at this point would say, hey, we were just floating the ideal for our staff. We ain't going to do it. Because this was a soft threat. Right? This is a soft threat. Now somebody done went and snitched to the news. They threatened our liquor licenses. Guess what's about to happen? Every week they're gonna be coming in there with surprise inspections, surprise health checks, surprise. Hey, we're here to check. Health inspector, we're here to check you out. Every time they ain't paying attention on a busy Friday, busy Saturday night, the health inspector gonna come through there. The TBAC gonna come through there like, oh, I see underage drinking. Now, we're in a college town. We got 50,000 college students. Sometimes bars slip up. We have bars right now in Texas downtown closed. because they got license, they got slaps on the hand, fines, fines, fines. So I'm gonna just tell you like this. When I saw this article today, I said, I hope you felt good telling the reporter, because they're gonna run you out of town. They're gonna run you out of town, baby. They don't play. Texas don't play. Now, this isn't just Texas. You can do this stuff in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Go in one of them little towns on the edge town. They ain't playing with you. You're not gonna come to somebody's town and tell them how you gonna run stuff. Okay. So again, I'm just being very, very transparent with you when I talk about my biggest thing is not necessarily YouTube. It's going to the Chamber of Commerce events. It's going to the functions. It's going to a lot of these events where I get to meet who owns all the buildings on this side of town. You know, I got to knock on the door of somebody in this town. I was trying to buy property, and he owns 17 properties. He live in Florida when it's hot in the summer in Texas. And he just happened to be in town. Oh, which one do you want to buy? Why you want to buy it? What you trying to put on it? Maybe I'll sell it to you. Now you're gonna say, "Well, Erica, that's crazy." No, it's not crazy. He who owns the land makes the rules. And a lot of people say, "Well, Erica, new bloods coming to these cities, new people coming to these towns." Me and Diamond Dave did a show on this already. You have some people in the old South that ain't gonna play that with you. You're not gonna come in their town and do brand new stuff, not unless you get to know them. Not unless you're really throwing some big paper around, right? So again, because you think you're gonna come in town and build new buildings and do all this stuff, guess what? Somebody on some commission board, on some other board, is gonna sign off and say, "Oh no, we can't do that here." So just like the building I'm getting right now, where I gotta remodel the whole inside because old boy had it as a video gaming place, and I gotta change the whole interior. I went around going to meetings before that happened. Before I decided on that building, hey, can I put this over here? Can I put this over here? Is that okay? Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's good. You gotta you gotta understand that you're not gonna come to people's town and act a fool, y'all. It's not happening. Okay. So I'm glad this happened, because California has been coming to town, buying up businesses and real estate, thinking, hey, it's not a big problem. They're not playing with y'all. And definitely read this, because it's an anonymous. Some people say, oh, they keep saying that, and so I'm gonna go tell you, some restaurants immediately on Thursday took it off their page and said, we will no longer require any proof, but we will ask guests to wear masks indoors, but not when seated at the table. So when I've been going around Austin, you have a lot of these people who work in food service who I feel personally, they've always worked in food service. They've always made $30,000 to $50,000 a year in food service. They ain't never gonna do nothing else. I remember working in food service, and there are people who are like that. They're in their late 30s. And this is the only little control they have, is when you come in the door, hey, put your mask on. I'm about to sit down, the table right there. Put it on. So then you sit down and take it off, and you just look at them like they're damn stupid. Trust me. This is the owner and the staff. This is not regular people. People don't want this. So again, come out here, pull it again. They'll pull your card. Now people gonna be like, Erica, that's wrong. No, it's wrong for you to ask for people's medical information. It's wrong. So look, more on Texas while we at it, okay? More on Texas. Hey, listen, we not playing with people. Pull your card. We're not playing with people. That's why when sometimes you go to old towns and you go, why does, like, there's parts of Texas where you're like, why this town ain't growing? Well, then you start finding out, well, they don't have a no liquor here, no liquor sales, but the next town over has liquor sales. And so all the developments over there, right? You still have that in parts of Texas. Okay. So people come out here and try to play. You're not in California. You can go out here and snitch to the newspaper, but guess what they're going to do? Honey, they're going to be at your door every time there's a chance. Am I coming to Dallas? I'm probably going to we're doing an event in Houston, and that's probably it. We're doing an event in Houston, and that's probably it, because as you can see, it's getting ready to be locked down in a lot of places. But right now, Atlanta and Washington, D.C., all next week, I'm going to be like, hey, get your tickets, because again, people always say they're never in the room. They never get an opportunity to figure out how to start a business from scratch. I'm telling you, we've got people in the room, 3 million in 2 years, 1 million in a year. We got people literally, there's a real estate guy coming now. We've got a couple different real estate folks breaking it down to you. We're going to have notebooks that you guys can write in. They're for you to keep, badges, all that good stuff. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss being in the room next week. You don't want to miss it. Here in Washington, D.C., gonna be lit. Food's gonna be good. It's gonna be lit. I'm just telling y'all because I always get these questions. Well, where is it gonna be and what time? And I'm telling you, you're not serious. Again, Glenn, I think said something earlier about left behind people. I already know people gonna be left behind because they're not serious, and that's okay. Good luck. I'm gonna tell you right now. Good luck, baby. It's about to be hard out here. Hard out here. Okay. Yeah. Dry County. Yep. Okay, so this is the one that you guys see on my thumbnail. This is the mother and son. Now, here's why I want to talk to y'all about left behind people. Okay, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. Mother and son is Vietnamese. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now why, because I was in towns with a lot of Vietnamese people. So Nai Thai Nguyen and her son Alex Van Lee. Okay, let me go ahead and tell you, Houston, Texas. Lots of Houston and Katy, Texas, and let's go really honestly. Katy, Texas has a H Mart, which is a Korean grocery store, and like a little area that's all these little Asian stores, all bubble teas, and it's the same thing over and over again: ramen and Chinese food and Korean bars over and over again. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm from all over the place, but Fayetteville, North Carolina, we had a couple Korean folks who all of a sudden disappeared out of town. Why? Because they got literally the next weekend raided for human trafficking, right? The girls working at these massage parlors and nail places were not there of their own free will. Okay. I've told y'all the story where I tried to buy the dry cleaner from my friend's mom. Really, my mom was trying to buy it and she couldn't sell it. She had to offer it to somebody else in the Korean circles first. So I'm gonna just tell you, this mom and son, they're just the tip of the iceberg. They didn't catch everybody. I'm gonna tell you right now, they didn't catch everybody. And I'm gonna tell you, starting a business is so easy. Dummies do it. I mean, and I really get frustrated in our community because it's always this overhyped. Well, only 10% of people in America make $100,000 a year, and only 1% of Black people make that. Okay, we get it. How long you gonna beat that dead horse? What you trying to do is convince me you're a loser. And I'm not gonna let you convince me that all Black people are losers. I'm not gonna let you do that. We not losers. That's what you're trying to convince me, that doing this is so hard. Starting businesses is so hard. That is we just too stupid. We too dumb. We can't do it, Erica. That's crazy. So again, this is how easy it is. This is how a dummy dumb can do it. Okay, a dummy dumb. So these people who are the tip of the iceberg, there's no way this is the whole group. I'm telling you right now. And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna show you a couple links. This isn't Beat Up on Asian People Hour. I'm just gonna show you that if you go look, they arrested like 48 Asian folks in Atlanta like last year during the lockdown. Went to their nice big houses in Sandy Springs near Clinton Cameron and was arresting folks. It's in articles. You can find it. They went over over in Florida, same thing. They busted 3 Vietnamese people going up and down Texas, going to all the Home Depots and Lowe's and pulling this credit card scam. They went to 72 stores. Where was they sending that money? Because they certainly weren't living off of it. They only had 2 Mercedes Benzes they were riding in. So literally they were doing all that scam stuff for somebody. So again, these people that we see on the news, this mom and son, they will be compensated. I'm just saying like that. They're going to be compensated because they're not going to snitch. They're going to put their face out there and be like, yes, we did it all by ourselves. Do you think this mom and son broke in a car and got the car there? Nah, no way. Okay, so they're going to say this. They had 6 motor vehicle companies and were identified in a stolen vehicle ring tied to the mother and son. So you telling me this mother and son was out in the middle of the night kidnapping cars? No. That's why I'm telling y'all they're the tip of the iceberg. So again, 5 of the vehicles recovered. This is just 5. We don't know about the other ones. 5 of the vehicles recovered had a combination value of $500,000, according to the sheriff. You had a 2016 Mercedes-Benz S550, 2021 Mercedes-Benz S580, a 2018 Audi R8, a 2021 BMW X8, a 221 Lexus LX570. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because they had 6 LLCs. Here we go. Auto Source of Houston, McKinney Motors, A1 Imports, Friedman Auto Sales, PR1 Sales LLC, McKinney of Houston LLC. Let's go here. The sheriff office believes vehicles purchased from the businesses may be tied to the ring. They urge anyone who bought a vehicle from Win, which is how you say that, and Lee to come forth. Please come forth. They're charged with second-degree felony theft of property. Now let's see how much time that gets while we're at it, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, they're not alone. How did they get these cars? Okay, so again, this is supposedly punishable with 2 to 20 years imprisonment, but it's a fine of 10,000. It's a second-degree felony. It's a second-degree felony. It's, can you get probation with second-degree felony? Oh, it's punishable with a minimum of 2 years in prison, maximum 20, depending on the person's criminal history. Probation or deferred adjudication will be recommended. These people, and their probation will be 2 to 10 years. These people ain't got no criminal record. They're business owners on paper. So what they gonna get? Probation. Come on, y'all. They didn't boost these cars. Somebody brought them those cars. And this is why you have to learn the law, and you also have to pay attention. Okay? Because see, they sold the car to the wrong person. I'm gonna just tell you like that. Somebody in here snitched. Okay, let's just play it like this. Hold on, I'm mute it. I don't want y'all to see it. Get to the face. Oh, they ain't gonna show their face. That's convenient. Now, when they were somebody else of another race, you see their face, but I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just go there. Let me do this right here. Images, so y'all can see who I'm talking about, because they love not putting their face out there, because they not this mom and son ain't breaking in cars at night. They not. I assure you. This ain't who did it. Somebody got them the cars. I don't know who got them cars, but they got them cars. Let's go ahead and put their name in. That's how lovely the internet is. They ain't even putting them people's name out there. Oops. You in. Look at oh Lord, they're getting everybody but her. Look at that. Let's go all. Gonna be a lot of other wins. Okay. So anyway, 47 and 32. You do the math on that. What'd that tell you? Now, why am I bringing this up? Because this isn't an isolated event. This ain't isolated in any kind of capacity. Now, let's go here. And this isn't a beat up hour, but we're going to show it to you. Chinese national student arrested for $1 million. Let me say that again. $1 million Walmart gift card scam in Bentonville, Arkansas. A Chinese national student was arrested for theft by deception for his involvement in nationwide multi-million-dollar Walmart scam. Look at that. Look at that. Now, what does it say when it's a Chinese national student? That means he's supposed to be here for what? School. This is from 2019. Did any of y'all hear about this? This boy, 23 years old. Now, he was just traveling through Arkansas. That means he was going by grocery stores, going by places. Okay, y'all. See, y'all don't want to hear it. They call him a runner. That means he receives the gift card numbers from others, obtained them directly from victims. The runners utilize their smartphones. Gift card information is collected in the form of UPC. Now, let me tell you this. There's a video on here on Facebook, anywhere you can find it. It's a black man. He's using his credit cards to get money at the ATM. The police come up him. 2 police on each side. Like, can you show us those credit cards? Are there your names on them? It just seems weird you're going at this ATM. Now, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and tell that black man, why are you at a 7-Eleven? Go to a regular ATM drive-through, okay? And if you're going to pull all the credit cards. Secondly, legally, he didn't have to show them anything. Not a card. None of the cards can say his name on it. It don't matter. But again, this young man, he was picked for a reason. Why? Who's looking at him? Who's looking at him? Come on now. I'm just $1 million. He just happened to slide through. $1 million in Walmart gift cards. He's not the only one. This is the tip of the iceberg. That's why when people talk about organized crime and they talk about black people, I just kind of laugh, because I'm like, no, we got a lot of people doing stupid crime, but we don't have organized crime. We don't have $1 million Walmart runner. And he didn't give it up. He didn't tell you all the other 20, 30 people. This might be a $5 million Walmart scam. We don't know. We don't know. Why? Because he was the only one caught. Right? You can go here. Again, this is an infographic. Majority of Asian and Pacific Islanders at risk for fraud. Why? Because we don't assume what? All right, let's keep on scrolling down. Again, $15,000. 33% of their victims lost money. 39% has been victimized by fraud. They are larger targets of fraud. Let's go. Here we go. Be on the lookout for these scams. Frauds by family, gold, immigration help, blessings, misjury duty, pinishing, IRS-backed taxes. That's a big one. That's 1 in 4 because people don't want to be on IRS. Virus tech support, charitable donations, and foreign lottery. Y'all can go look these up for yourself. I don't want to make it up. This AARP collected this information. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's go some more. Because people don't believe me. They think I'm being, whatever. Chinese speaking phone scammers stole $40 million from mostly Chinese targets. Mostly. Right. So they're trying to make it like it's not that bad. They stole it from mostly other Chinese people. It's okay. Come on, y'all. It's 2019. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about 350 complaints from people who've been victimized since December 2017 to February 2019? The average victim lost $164,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Why did they hit up the Chinese folks? Because they own businesses. Come on, man. Come on. A lot of them pretended to be from the Chinese embassy, consulate. You know why? Because they probably were saying they got your family hostage. Just telling you. They said, listen, international telecommunications fraud, a wide-ranging category that includes advanced hacking and voice scams like the one described by the FBI, costs $33 billion every year, according to Europool and Trend Micro. Now, why am I bringing this up, y'all? Why am I bringing this up? You probably like, Erica, why are you bringing this up? Why are you talking about these people committing crime? Why? Because, again, when people sit here and try to play like they don't understand that real crime goes on, right? Exactly. People can make a fake one every day. Exactly. You got to spin to win, right? So again, I'm just going to put it very clear to you that paying $300 to get an LLC and starting a business, which really we're going to give you steps at the conference, but like literally, if you watch a lot of my videos, we talk about step by step. We talk about the 1, 2, 3 steps to do it. It's really not that hard, right? A lot of times I get on phone people, they're like, well, I don't have any money to do this. And I go, but didn't you get a $20,000 card from Navy Federal? Yeah. That's my personal credit card. No. You need to set yourself up so you can win in the real world. Nobody's giving you brand new you. Nobody knows you a business bingo money with no other history. Okay, again, you see that son and mother had 6 LLCs under their name. How many other LLCs are out there that weren't started by them? All they did was put together what? LLC, a business bank account, a website real quick. Starting a business isn't hard. It's the follow through and continue to do it, which is hard for people. Hey, that part. Yeah, that part. That part. She did have them at 15. It's 9% make 100,000. In the Black community, though, it's 1.1%. 1.1%. Winning is a habit. Yep. So is losing. Thank you, Brandon. They are the scapegoats, right? I don't know who came and did that bust, but they were like, yeah, take them too. So where all the other cars come from? Right? I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you. $1 million, he was the only one that got caught and somehow didn't snitch. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Right in exactly. Walmart should have the tightest security out there. Exactly. Keith Sweat voice. Come on. The face. That's right. They're the face of it. Right? So again, now I'm not trying to be funny, but I would even be interested if I go look on the internet right now. Those 6 LLCs, did they get any PPP? Because they're gonna hit them. And let me show you this one. Ooh, let me show you this one. So they got this one girl. Let me see if I go on Baller Alert and find it real quick. Let me see. Let me see if I can go on Baller Alert real quick. I ain't trying to give them no credit on nothing, but they've been calling people out. Like, this girl got $250,000 in unemployment. Guess what? She's not black. I know, right? What? Let me see here. Let me go find this. It just was up here. Here she is. Cause see, for some reason, they want you to think, I don't know what the marketing department for our people are, but it ain't working. Okay, here she is. Look at her. So beautiful, so graceful, so feminine. Look how lovely and wonderful she is. Okay, here we go. Look at her. Oh, wait, they don't got the picture up here. You should have seen her. She was standing out here looking wild. 38-year-old Brittany Danielle Ginsel admitted to illegally using other people's personal information without their consent to apply for and receive unemployment insurance from California. I'm sorry. Now, how did they get her, y'all? How did they get her? The woman was caught after police pulled her over during a traffic stop. During a traffic stop in Las Vegas. Now, get it. She got this money out of California, but she was in Las Vegas. They discovered she had $45,000 in fraudulent proceeds as part of conspiracy. Now, where was she taking that money to, y'all? She didn't do this all by herself. Let me just go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and go back so you can see what she looked like. Because it took her face down. I don't know why it took her face down. There she is playing golf. This blonde hair beauty. Look at her. So beautiful. So graceful. So woman-like to put your butts to each other at the top golf. So feminine in nature. Oh my. I just don't know what to do there. Anyway, so why am I bringing this up? Again, there are going to be countless stories like this. If they are pulling Brittany there, are they taking her to jail? She wasn't by herself. She didn't get. How did she get all these people identification? How she get all these people information? How she get all them forms filled out? Come on, y'all. Come on now. It be your own people. It really do. Yep. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Come on. Listen. In Tampa, when tax scams are big, cops would find people with 100 debit cards. Yeah. I mean, I just want y'all to understand that, like, a lot of people are acting like what I'm describing for you to go buy your LLC and follow a template is hard. But if you're my Rise to 20% class or my other classes, I show you where literally online right now, you can have every single template in the world. From the social media, the Instagram, the post, the blog post, you're literally just plugging and playing. That's it. They even have places to ship out the stuff for you now. You don't even have to ship it from your own house now. It's almost like really all you have to do is market. And so that's plug and play businesses. But then when you talk about construction and painting, literally it's just finding talent to do the work, because there's always going to be lots of people who do the work. If he snitched, the whole family gone. Oh yeah, listen, these people are the face of this, and they probably already got their kid. Hey, say something if you want to. Grandma gonna disappear. Cousin Vicky gonna be gone. Whoever, they gonna listen. You already know. There you go. I'm just I'm just saying that. Look, that's how she out here. That's how she out here on the gram, touching butts, doing silly stuff. Come on, she's not the mastermind of this, y'all. She's not the mastermind. Where did she get all them IDs to get 250,000, and then she riding 45,000 back from LA to Las Vegas? What's in Las Vegas? Come on now. The real old crime is out in Las Vegas. Real deal stealing is out in Las Vegas. Hush puppy, all of them. So that's why when people, that's why I'm so vigilantly angry when people go, well, everything must be a scam. Everything must be a this. And I go, no, we literally can walk you through how to get LLCs, how to get funding for your business, how to do stuff. Like I have a man coming through. I'm gonna see if we can get him an interview next week or the week after. And he has a whole like car rental business out in Las Vegas. Legit. 100% template, but makes big money, sells fancy cars the legit way. He ain't pulling a Houston. Because it's really not, I mean, if I could explain to y'all some of the events I've been to, and the guy or girl who owns a business making 250,000, they ain't that bright. They literally just follow the rules. Okay, do this, do this, do this. And this is where people get messed up. We tell you do A, B, and C order. I even have in my Middleman to Millions course, we have a live video where people are telling you step by step. 4 different people in the live video on Middleman to Millions tell you step by step what they did. And people still be like, well, I try to do this and that. Well, if you didn't follow instructions, it's going to be hard for you because the instructions were right there. It's literally 1, 2, 3, patty cake. Like, how much more easier do you want? I mean, it can't get much easier. So when we talk about left behind people and winter's coming, listen, people know they need to dress their best, work out, and eat right. Right? That's what's easy to do is easy not to do is the rule of thumb. Right? I remember seeing this video where this guy was trying to run from the police and he had slides on. Sir, if you do crime, don't you need to wear sneakers so you can be ready at any time? Some stuff is just like, come on now. Don't make it hard on yourself. So the reason I'm showing these things to you is, one, everybody's marketed to you like particular people are the bad guys, and we all know that's not true. Right? And so these people are literally hopping on the phone, putting what? $300 times 6 is what? $1,800 up to get 6 businesses. Come on, man. Come on. Too easy. Too easy. The market is open and they're not playing. That's why when people tell me, oh man, I couldn't get this, I couldn't get it. I'm like, I'm sorry. That's dumb. That don't make sense to me. Okay. Now another thing, I was talking to this guy and he was talking about, I think I brought it up last time about 4K to success. Now, everybody's like, Erica, 4K ain't nothing. And I'm not even joking. When I talk to people, we like $4,000. I need $20,000 a month. What, you got a crack habit? What's going on? If you in debt, it's going to take time to get out of that debt. It ain't going to happen overnight. Yes. Do I know people who have business that make 50, 100,000 a month? Yeah. That's a big spend too. So I was talking to somebody and they were like, why is this class so successful this guy has? That says 4K. I think it's 4K to success or 4K pathway, whatever. I've been seeing the ads for it. I said, because the average person's making $2,000 a month. The average person's making less than $2,000 a month. I keep telling you the average person in America is making $30,000 a year. That's it. When people say, why don't they buy their own car? Because they don't got no money. They got just enough money to rent a car. They'll go rent a car from Glendon, other people online on Torito app. They'll rent them. They'll work a little bit and then go back to their lower level of comfort. That's what they're doing. They do just enough work and slide back down. Just enough, slide back down. So that's why when he named it 4K to success, I knew the class was going to sell a lot. I knew he was. Because most people don't got that. Dope boys ain't got no belt. Hey, they wearing them sweatpants. He said, thanks for $5 super chat. Don't underestimate Becky. She is the mastermind. Now she can have employees, but Becky is criminals. If Becky's got employees, why is Becky riding around with the 45K? She need to be careful. Now she might go to jail for some time. Okay, doing too much. But that's the thing. That's why that's why I tell y'all guys, like, I see literally pretty blonde girls who they come on Instagram and they realize they ain't about to be Instagram beautiful. Just gonna go there. And so they start teaching something, selling something, essential oils, healthcare, massages, whatever. And they go make their money because, again, starting a business is not hard. It is keeping it up. It is continuing to market to it. That's why everybody's really hot and heavy on getting the Torino or the cars. Why? Because they don't have enough money to like maybe start a real big business, but they can get approved for debt for a car. Again, I told y'all, pay attention to the economy. They're approving debt for houses, cars, and student loans. That's it. Listen, Honey, I could tell you this. I know so many people work in food service. Every year in food service, it's like the epidemic plague. They quit their job. I think if y'all saw my video I did with DJ the Money, DJ the Money Coach, he said his time is the third week of September to the third week in March. Why? People that are serious about their life realize, okay, I got to get ready for next year. I got to start moving my taxes around. I got to get prepared for my taxes around September, October, November. I got to get ready. Got to get ready. People that are play, third week of March. Tax season. I'm a goof off all summer and then get back to work in August because my children gonna need stuff for school. That's literally the cycle we see played out here. So I'm just telling you, that is the cycle we see. Listen, makeup tutorials, fashion. I had someone work for me and they used to sell their clothes on like the thrifting sites, and I was like, why? Because they really didn't want the clothes. They just want them a little bit. They want to wear them for a couple events and then sell them. And I didn't get it at first, but now I get it because that's what people do. Like they really do that. Let me see if I have the see if I can put it up here. Let me see. I'm telling you. Listen, and that's the number one thing I see. That's why today I posted on Instagram. Let's see if I pull it up. Oh, can I pull it up? Hold on a second, y'all. I'm pulling it up. But that's why I did this video, because I think people move around, and I think Diamond Dave did a great job today talking about people moving around. People move around just to get comfortable. They really don't move around to start something new. Like in the property manager's case, I saw that over and over and over. So many people moved here to Texas and were like, oh my God, my wife can finally stop working. Right? When in my mind, if I just moved to a new city, we need to both be on the ground, heavy, hot and heavy, 2 years going strong, making money, invest, and do what we got to do. I cannot tell you how many times I've got on the phone with people and they go, yeah, my cousin moved to Texas and bought a house. Or this family member moved somewhere and bought a house. Like they be doing really well. That's because you got to come here to win. You can't come here to, oh man, we can get comfortable now. That's what people really do. According to Robinhood, women lost $800 billion in income last year. Here we go. Michael Mayweather coming in here starting trouble. Okay, is getting pre-approved for mortgages easier now? In 2019, I was inquiring about mortgages with a broker. They told me I need to remove all negative items on my credit before I applied. DL, no. Listen. When people tell you that, I would go see if I can get the pre-approval and let them tell you yes or no. Because if somebody's working with you, if a broker is working with you, then all of a sudden they're gonna be like, hey, just move this. I did the credit module, just move this off here and you can go get it. I'm telling you, people, you got to be careful who you get the advice from. How many credit cards should a person have? It depends. It depends. I'm not gonna try to be funny with you. 3 is like that rule of thumb. But what are you trying to do? What are you trying to build? What are you trying to start? You got to understand, like, that's such a generic question. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it really don't really kind of tell me nothing. Listen, you already know these people about to be coupled up. Okay, so let me show y'all what's in the this is what I put on the community wall. And this is why when people fuss with me, you got to have FU money. And when you don't have it, this is what happens. Black ex-Tesla employee awarded more than $1 million after the company failed to stop supervisors from calling him the N-word. $250,000. Southern California. The Bay. Go buy a house somewhere else, basically. All right, let me keep on going. Slide on down. James will be at our event. That's really exciting. Okay, again, here. We're talking about that right now. Austin, Texas. Forecast home prediction. They expect us to have 37% increase. They expect us, Tom Ferry, all the events I've been going to, 3 years of this. This is why when I show y'all property on the videos, I show you land on the videos, I show you all this stuff, and I'm really trying to get you to demystify buying houses and buying property and starting businesses, because that's the future. Yes, being in tech is the future. Yes, being a sales manager is the future. Yes, making money is the future. Yeah, get a job that pays you more. Heck yeah. But if you don't invest that money, the future is owner assets. This is why when I'm showing you these Asian people who are stealing, people are like, oh my God. But the Asian community is now associated with what? Owner assets, owning businesses, owning shops, owning locations, owning stores. We had a guy who owned a store when I left high school. His mom was like, he ain't that bright. He ain't going to college. Paid $800. I remember a long time ago in Fayetteville, paid $800 for him to have this store location. And he was going on day and night on eBay, selling stuff, moving stuff, reselling stuff. Don't overcomplicate what business can be. Don't overcomplicate. Y'all just have to forgive me on that. And then here go share you what I put on the wall today, just to kind of break it down for you. And this is courtesy of Mark Breedlove. If you didn't watch the interview with Mark Breedlove, it's in the Rise of 20%. We have Mark Breedlove in there breaking down his car rental business. He owns the whole business. He makes close to huge figures a month. He's also buying a commercial property in Georgia, so about 10 acres. So I always tell people, I'd rather learn from people who are really doing it. And this is just an example. 780 credit score ain't really nothing. Most still broke. Now, of course, this comment has hundreds of comments now on Facebook, but I took a shot of it earlier this morning. They want P&L, tax return, bank statements for years, conversation, asset balance sheet, and a leg for us to get anything. Now, this is where I talk about why are those businesses in Texas snitching on themselves? They just pissed on the wrong people. Be quiet. That little pat on the hand that ABC did, that was for you to take that stupid notification off your window. That's all. Right? Today they did what? The guy passed the what do you call it? The arrest warrant for the 22 Democrats that fled from voting at the Congress. They're not playing. Texas is going to arrest them. They got the arrest warrant now. They got the arrest. They're ready for them. They're going to go to their house and knock on the door. Come down to jail and take a picture. They're not playing. Texas didn't come to play. I want you to understand very clearly. You're not going to make $15,000 a year at Publix and then get $1 million in credit. It's not how it works. That's why you see so many people talking about Airbnb, Torino, and these apps, because this is how they're going to make money. And again, it's not even a lot. They're talking about $4 and $5 grand. That's how bad our country is. That literally, when I go to Navy Federal and I ask to take $4 grand or more out, they'd be looking at me like, well, what do you need it for? What is it for? What do you mean, what is it for? I need $4 grand cash. And it's not on a pay, when it's not on a military, let me be very clear. If you go to Navy Federal and it's not the 1st or the 15th, and you ask for $4 grand or more, go Google Navy Federal capital controls. Go Google Navy Federal talking about you can only get $222 a day. If you deposit a check and they don't know where it's from, or it's a different bank or a smaller bank, you can only get $222 a day. I'm telling y'all, the economy and what people make is so low that when I talk about starting businesses and making 10 to 20, 30K a month, oh, well, you don't make that, Erica, because you be driving a Lambo. You be driving a stunter car. You be having rims. You be on Cancun every weekend. Listen to me. No. See, most people are poor. So they think that means rich. That's not. When I go in rooms and there's people in that room who have $885,000 a month in rental income from their rental properties, and I'm sitting there like, well, my little 12 do this. But yeah. So when people try to tell you that stuff, actually go to these events. Actually get in the room with people who do real big business. I think Money Madu had somebody on his interview on his Instagram the other day. Literally, K podcasting or something. He's usually in the comments. Makes real money. So I just want y'all to understand, like, be smart about it, dude. There are people in this room who got on the stage and sold companies, AC companies, roofing companies for $30 million, $20 million, $16 million. Sold the whole thing, employees and everything. Walked away and started another company. And you ask them how long have they been working on it. Most of them only 5 to 10 years. Because it's once you get a system and you get employees and you start running up the ad spend and you're on the radio and you're knocking on doors and you're getting referrals and you really make a lucrative company, you can sell that bad boy. Because there's always somebody who wants to buy a construction company, a roofing company, an AC company. I'm trying to tell y'all, business is not as hard as y'all really make it. Again, y'all really overcomplicate what business truly is. I already told y'all about my nephew. Okay. All right. He's 14, but he's going looking like 23 over there. That mustache. So let me see if I have it in here. Let's see. I got a lot of silly in here. Let me see if I find it. Dang. Oh, might not have it. Might have got rid of it. Oh, I did. I don't have it in here. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even have it. But this is a good video if y'all go check it out. They only spent $6,000 to make that bathroom look like that. So anyway, that's a little bit of lesson there. Let me go ahead and see what y'all saying in the comments. I didn't plan on being here too long. Oh gosh, let me see. Okay. Yep. Every year they quit. If DL, if you tried to go get approved for workers in 2019, you should already try it again. It's 2021. It's been 3 years. This still cracks me up. I can't trick on a broke big booty Betty. They're slowly replacing people with AI in the lower skilled jobs. Eventually getting a job will be really hard. So start a business of your own. Yes. Today I was supposed to fly. Even as I'm looking at Ron, I'm supposed to give him a call today. I was supposed to fly today, and I mixed up my flight. I was actually flying into Canada. I was like, oops, I meant flying to Detroit. So we moving around trying to get that changed around. And she's like, every flight's full. I'm like, to Detroit? What are these people doing down here, right? Not trying to be disrespectful, but I want you to understand that literally it's going to get harder. So I always tell people Rocket Lawyer is pretty good because you actually get to talk to lawyers. So yes, DC. Gross and net, very different. Yeah. Possible. Yeah, it's possible. FU money is money that you need to walk away. If your manager keeps calling you the N word at work, well, how much money do you need set aside in your savings to walk away? That's the thing. Basically. They don't. They do. They look at you crazy, certain blanks. Yeah. Stunter car. I'm telling you, that's all people talk about is stunter cars. If you can see, when I pulled up to that event, there were 2 Lambos. I will tell you that. There were 2 Lambos. There were maybe like 5 Range Rovers. And then there were like 6 like expensive cars, but the rest were pickup trucks, lifted trucks, zooped up cars that had a lot of graphic design on it, all that kind of stuff. I'm telling Lady Federal back there in the back pushing the alarm. Hey, tackle her before she hit the door. Motorway, a lot of men, just in that space I was in, there were a lot of white men in there. A lot of white men in there. We had AC companies, all that stuff. Yeah, you gotta have, but who's their workers? You're spot on that. There you go. I was talking to my lawn care guy. He works with a guy charging $5,000 for commercial lawn care a month. I believe it. Hey, thank you, Jabras. It really doesn't, Lamont, because like I can show you, I literally can show you. I'm in certain Facebook groups. If I could go in there and not get in trouble or get put out of the group, there are guys in there who are 20, 21 years old. All they have is is one credit card and one little Honda Civic or Honda Accord their parents bought for college, or a CRV or a Jeep, and they're making their payments on it, and they got an 800 credit score. Well, they ain't got shit on their credit. They got 2 items on their credit. It's called a thin credit file, and a lot of the people you see talking online have a thin credit file. So yeah, it looks like they're balling out of control with these limits, but they really got a thin file. True. Mm-hmm. Sherlock Holmes, there will always be people who will take it too, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who I met a lot of people who their husband stayed home with the kids because the wife job paid like 10 grand more. And I'm sitting there like, say what? Say who? Who husband stay? I don't care if he made 10 grand less. I'm gonna stay home. He can go out the door. So you have people who are like that who literally make so little money that, shit, we might as well take this. It's not too much. It just depends on the channel. There's a ton of channels telling you to move overseas, but the real hack for most California folks is starting a business and the business they take deductions on. So, no, I haven't. But thanks for recommending her. Just we'll look it up later. Possible. As a chauffeur in LA, I picked up a client from a prominent billionaire Malibu estate. The billionaire drove a nice Jeep Grand Cherokee. Flossing is for people who are used to being broke. Tell him. I'm telling you, because the guy who just got killed, who was flossing on Instagram with the cryptocurrency. So like when I go out, when we're in Miami, you'll see this. You'll see like an Instagram sticker on the car, and it's usually somebody who has a bunch of rental cars on Torino, and they'll put the sticker on the side. I would never do that. Like I see car clubs and they got their Instagram sticker. I would never do that. Somebody gonna follow you home. Somebody gonna follow you when you park that Lambo and beat you over your head. Oh, let's look at his Instagram. Oh, let's go ahead, hit him over the head. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of times when I go to gun trainings, it's wealthy people there. It's business owners at the gun training place. In the middle of the week, who got time to be off on a Thursday, Friday and do gun trainings? And pay $500 to be at the gun training. Not broke people. I'm just telling you. Pro style, I think people work with whoever. I have Hispanic people that work with me. It don't matter. It's really like, do you have the money or the flow? People don't care. As long as you're doing your business right, they don't care. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need car credit, house credit. Yeah, yeah, it's a mixture of credit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you, if I done had a whole baby, I'll be right here at the house. We will cook every night. We will sell half the stuff in the garage. I would not go to work. And I'm telling you, every time I see him, it's like, nah. Oh yeah, yeah, killed over crypto. Like he's a crypto millionaire, and he was stunting on the gram, and some people followed him. Bloop bloop. Because you got to realize, if all his money's in crypto, he ain't got cash money on him. They hit him over the head for nothing. So again, my whole point in all this is like when people try to tell me like you should be stunting, and I'm like, boo, for who? I go out late at night. Why would I do that? For who? Who? See, again, this is a validation thing. Okay. When people are seeking this validation on this man's internet, they be saying some wild stuff. Because if you out there like that, you're gonna get caught. Prime example, that guy that won the lottery, and he wanted a suitcase full of the money that he just won from the lawsuit because he got injured at work. And then he calls up and tells him he's got a bunch of money, and they send 2 hookers to the room. Now, this man got a whole family. He got a wife and kids. Just won like $500,000 in a lawsuit. The bank tried to plead with, please, sir, please, sir, don't take this money. Please, listen, let's give it to you in smaller amounts, sir. Let's please do. And he's like, nope, I'm coming on Friday to pick up my cash money. He gets his cash money. He calls hookers to a cheap, shitty hotel in the Bronx. They come, 3 women come into the room, and he's like, getting excited, and then two men come behind him and volley bop 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 and take his money. So when Diamond Dave says a lot of these people, if they got money, the first thing they do would be tricking on women, it's the truth. They would be a big dumb trick. They would literally say, come to my hotel room, I've got a bag full of money. Now, this man got a whole wife and multiple kids, and he's been injured in a construction accident. His lawyers finally got him $500,000. Wouldn't common sense say, let me leave some of this money with my wife? Let me throw at least 100,000 of it at the house. Why would you take all your money to the hotel? To show some hookers? For what? To show them you a big man with some money? You could have took just 10K for that. They'd have been impressed with that. So again, that's why I want to tell you, like, these people are out here. Okay, they out here being silly. I've always said Xanatos Clutch is class over race. I keep telling people this. Like, Hispanic people work with you. I have a 60-year-old white man that works for me. I've got two actually, but I got one that's 60 and one that's younger than that. They don't care about working for me as long as they get their check. And the other opportunities that I have, like, okay, hey, I'm going to go buy this other piece of land. Do you want to partner on that? Yeah, let's do that. Like, people will work with people if they can get their foot in the door. They don't care about that. They don't care. Erica, listen. 21st century California, however, is becoming more racial hostile with blacks trying to do business with others. I'm telling you, Xanatos Clutch, a lot of times people are coming into marketplaces. So prime example, I watched this one guy's channel. I can't remember, but he's in California, and he was complaining because he was like, look at all the Asian people or Hispanic people with the little food trucks. And now the guy with the business in California is getting hit over the head with the inspections and the health inspector and being closed and masks. But the guy with the food truck on the side of the street, or the pop-up vendor, and people buying tacos and burritos from him, he ain't got no mask on. He ain't got no gloves on. So again, there's a lot of stuff in California that can be argued about. Like, again, when you want to buy hair care supplies, there's 6 black vendors that have hair care supplies. There's hundreds of Korean ones. We got our friend's mom to call the place for my sister's hair salon. And so she's on the phone with them, and they start speaking Korean right out the gate when you call on the phone. Because my sister tried to call the number, and they were like, oh, no, don't understand. So then we put our friend's mom to do it. She's talking, and they're like, okay, well, give us your EIN number. Well, her EIN number was a cleaner's. It wasn't a hair supply. So they knew she wasn't getting the hair supply for her. They were like, who you getting it for? Who you getting it for? They didn't want to sell to her. So again, they put industries on lock. Don't get it twisted. People do that because, they're going to take all that money from that hair store and put it in their kids in the college, and they're going to go buy rentals all over the place. I remember the Chinese food person that was down the street from us when I had my coffee business. They were buying homes in really sketch part of Fayetteville, painting on it. Every time they have a weekend off, they paint the house, they fix a window or two, they fix something little, and then eventually they were going to sell that house and do what? Move to another house. But people don't want to hear about that. I'm not moving in the hood. Okay, cool. What's up, Broderick? Welcome to the channel. You remember that? Yes. See, there you go. See, that's a real story. He lost that whole thing. He didn't die though. He's not dead. He's alive. He's alive. His wife, they called the TV news people called his house. I'm trying to think where you can type it in, but it's literally guy wins lawsuit, loses money to hookers. There's 3 hookers and 2 black guys in the video. If you go watch it, it's crazy. It's so crazy. So they call the news people call his wife, and she's like, we love him and we care for him, and we're so sad this happened to us. Like, what else could she say? I married a dumb who's drinking at a hotel, lost all our money. Honey, I would have. I mean, what can she do? She can't leave the man. If he'll at least try to go to work, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna leave him and do what? Get another man? She got kids. You knew you married a dummy when you got with him. It's so dangerous. Listen, my whole goal is to have this baby and then and give y'all those pictures the back of the head that drive people crazy. Like, show us your baby's face. No, you only get the back of the head pictures because people be on this internet acting crazy. This guy told me If I'm in business, I need to fix my mindset. I need to not walk around with less than $1,000 in my pocket at all times. And I was like, I'm a woman and somebody gonna try to grab me. A couple months back, yes, I saw that. He won 30K in the lottery, spent 20K on the chain, got robbed, caught on camera. Y'all, like the thirst. He could have bought 2 cars, put them on Torino, started a business. He could have had a down payment for a house. He could have done anything. But that's why when they tell you, oh, we ought to give reparations and people ought to get all this money and the government ought to give UBI, people that are stupid today will be stupid tomorrow. If we gave every single American $25,000 equally, white, black, Asian, everybody, no matter where you lived, in 5 years, some people will be in bigger debt and some people will be right back where they were, homeless, poor, whatever. It's up here. And I know everybody hates hearing about the mindset because that drives y'all crazy, but your habits determine who you are. They determine what rooms you're going to get into. They determine who you're going to talk to at events. Trust me, I go to events sometimes, and if you're a fat man or a fat woman, people look at you a little off. And then you start talking about your business. You know, my business make this much. You're like, okay, all right. Because the average business owner, when I go to these events, they in shape, they eat well, they live nice. They don't stunt, but they do take care of themselves. I'm just being very honest, being very blunt, myself and others. Exactly. What's the point of beating them up, right? Oh, honey, they had already started evicting people in Houston, Denton, Fort Worth. They'd already started kicking people out. They were so wild in Austin that the judge was like, get up out my court. Literally the day which was August 1st, people were already in there. July 30th, like the day before that Friday, they were already scheduled. And the judge had to start kicking people out. He had to say, no, you didn't give them enough time. You didn't give them 30 days. You didn't give them 20 days. Like he had to kick out whole apartment complexes. Like they were like hood apartment complexes in Austin that the managers were in there, and he just dismissed all of it, all the cases. They wouldn't even take it. So these office managers are like, wait, they like October, baby, you about to be out. Like they trust me, they're figuring it out. 3 hookers, not 1 hooker. He asked for 2 hookers. And so in my mind, if I ask for 2 hookers, I'm sorry, I got to do this. If I ask for 2 hookers and y'all send 3, I'm already skeptical. And then 10 minutes later, 2 big black dudes come in there. He already knew. He already knew. He already knew. Come on. It just is what it is. They gonna do that anyway. Listen, there are people who will always want to be a trick. That's what I call that. This is what it is. There's 6 black hair care vendors. All right, y'all. My computer decided to die. It just died. So that's my cue to wrap up for the show. I Skynet, you know what I'm saying? Let's see real quick. Let's get out of here. Brian, it's more than that. Because if you ask somebody what they've been doing the past 5 years, they ain't been trying to buy no house. They ain't been trying to start no business. Stop it. I hate it when people say that. Because it's more than that. Anyway, I gotta go. Because it's late. It's late at night, y'all. Later.